Hello students, today we'll read the topic Class 8 English Unit 4 POTOL BABU Film Star. This story is written by none other than our famous and very well known Satyajit Ray. Satyajit Ray was a renowned Indian filmmaker, writer, illustrator and music director. Ray's first film, Pothir Pachali, 1955, won 11 international prizes, including the Best Human Document Award at 1956 Cannes Festival. This film, along with Aparajito, 1956, and Opur Sangsar, The World of Opu, 1959, form the Opu trilogy. Ray was also a publisher, music composer, and film critic. So let's begin the story. The story begins in such a way. POTOL BABU, are you in? Nishikanta Babu, POTOL BABU's neighbor, called out from outside the door. Oh yes, said POTOL BABU. Just a minute. POTOL BABU came out with a shopping bag. What brings you here so early in the morning? I'm leaving for the market right now. Listen, what time will you be back? In an hour or so? Why? I hope you will stay in after that. I met my youngest brother-in-law yesterday. He is in the film business. He said he was looking for an actor for a scene in a film they are now shooting. The way he described the character, 50ish, short, bald-headed, it reminded me of you. So I gave him your address and asked him to get in touch with you directly. I hope you won't turn him away. They will pay you, of course. POTOL BABU had not expected such news early in the morning. That an offer to act in a film could come to him was beyond his wildest dreams. I really don't see why I should say no. But let's talk to your brother-in-law first and find out some details. What's his name? Naresh Dutt. He said he would be here around 10:30. In the market, POTOL BABU mixed up his wife's orders and bought red chilies instead of onion seeds and quite forgot about the brinjals. This was not surprising. At one time, POTOL BABU had a real passion for the stage. He had a job in the old railway factory, but he was always in demand for amateur theatricals put up by the club in the neighborhood. His name had appeared in handbills on countless occasions. Indeed, there was a time when people brought tickets specially to see him. The sailing had been smooth. For some years, when in 1943, a sudden cutback in his office due to the war cost him his 9-year-old job. Ever since then, POTOL BABU had struggled to make a living. He had tried every means of earning a livelihood without ever succeeding in improving his lot. Acting had become a thing of the remote past, something which he recalled at times with a shy. Naresh Dutt turned up 2 hours late at 12:30. POTOL Babu had given up hope and was about to go for his bath when there was a knock on the front door. Come in, sir. Do sit down. No, thanks. I expect Nishikanta Babu told you about me. Oh, yes. I must say, I was quite taken aback. You think you will be all right for the part? You think I will be all right for the part? POTOL Babu asked with great diffidence. Naresh Dutt cast an appraising look at POTOL Babu and gave a nod. Oh, yes, he said. There is no doubt about that. By the way, the shooting takes place tomorrow morning. Tomorrow? Sunday? Yes, and not in the studio. You know, Faraday House, near the crossing of Bentinck Street and Mission Row. It's a 7-story office building. The shooting takes place outside the office in front of the entrance. We will expect you there at 8:30 sharp. You will be through by midday. Naresh Dutt prepared to leave. But you haven't told me about the part, said POTOL Babu anxiously. Oh, yes, sorry. The part is that of a pedestrian, an absent-minded, short-tempered pedestrian. POTOL Babu suddenly thought of another crucial question. I hope the part calls for some dialogue? Of course, there's dialogue, and you will be given your lines as soon as you show up tomorrow. Naresh Dutt left, and 52-year-old POTOL Babu did a little skip. He felt as if he had been born again. So let's analyze this part once again. So how did POTOL Babu respond to the offer Nishikanta Babu made? POTOL Babu could not believe that he had been offered a role after many years, and yet he acted casual to hide his excitement. He was too excited, but he did not show it up. Why did POTOL Babu mess up the grocery shopping? The question that comes next to our mind. And the answer is simple. His mind was not on the shopping list. He was completely preoccupied with the news, since he had presumed his acting days were over. This invitation to act came as a welcome surprise to him. As a result, he messed up, bringing red chilies instead of onion seeds, and almost forgot brinjal. So, what information about POTOL Babu does the writer provide us in his flashback? We come to know about POTOL Babu's past, where he has been described as an amateur theatrical artist whose name used to appear in handbills, but it was a long past. So now, the next is when POTOL Babu is told about the role, about acting by Naresh Dutt. We can get an idea of what he needs to act for. So we come to know that he has to act as a pedestrian. Pedestrian means a person who walks by the side of the road. So he has to act for the part of an absent-minded, short-tempered pedestrian. That was his role, which Nishikanta Babu has taught. Now coming before here, let's talk about, sorry, it's Naresh Dutt, not Nishikanta Dutt. It's Naresh Dutt. So, do you think POTOL Babu wanted to be impressive in front of Naresh Dutt? Of course, yes. He asked that the scene has some dialogues, of course. So that the dialogues will be there to show up his talent. And when Naresh Dutt said yes, and after he left, giving him the address where he has to reach next day, that is the Faraday house, POTOL Babu, who was 52-year-old, actually skipped like a young boy who was too excited to have got the role. Now, how are Naresh Babu and POTOL Babu different? Naresh Babu arrives 2 hours late, while POTOL Babu is eagerly waiting, hoping to be accepted for the role. Now, what does it show? That Naresh Babu is casual, not very too serious about the role of the pedestrian, because he knows he will get someone or the other. But for POTOL Babu, it's like a dream come true. So he is awaiting with full eagerness, when will he come, when will he come, and when will I get the role. Naresh Babu is just brusque while giving instruction because he is preoccupied with the shooting the next day. Whereas POTOL Babu is concerned with every bit of details, like what his role would be, what will be the dialogues he had to speak, and all those things in details. So from here we can get an idea that Naresh Dutt is not giving too much importance on the lines to be spoken by POTOL Babu. But for POTOL Babu, those are very important parts. Now, participation in the shooting is a momentous experience for POTOL Babu. But it is a routine thing as far as Naresh Dutt is concerned. It is a casual affair for him, but for POTOL Babu, it's not at all a casual affair. That's why at the end we find that POTOL Babu, who was 52-year-old, jumped like anything, and what he felt as if he had been born again, because he wanted to act. It was something that he enjoyed the most. So that's it for today. The next part we'll talk the next class. Thank you.